Hello and welcome to Reportage. This is Danish bin Nabi. In today's segment of Reportage, I am joined by an eminent constitutional expert from Jammu, Mr. Sheikh Shakil Ahmed. I shall ask him about the reading down of the special status of the Jammu and Kashmir and the issues faced by the people in Jammu. Advocate Shakil, welcome to Reportage.
Thank you very much.
Let me begin by asking you very straightforward, very directly. Was it necessary to abrogate the special status of Jammu and Kashmir?
Let me tell you, it was a political plank of a political party. That party had its agenda and they have been agitating it. And it is not that the people of Jammu and Kashmir wished it that it should go, but the the party which was in power, it had the requisite number and they abrogated it. And everybody knows in this erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir that it was just a speculation what is happening. Why all of a sudden all hotels got people got evacuated from all the places, sent to their respective homes. Nobody was having any idea about that. And all of a sudden a special session of the parliament came and rest is history now.
Everyone knows the viewpoint in Srinagar across the Kashmir Valley, where the people in Jammu, especially and particularly the Muslims, with this decision of the government.
Let me very clear, very honest. Jammu Muslims never wanted abrogation of 370 and 35A. And nobody, even our Hindus, celebrated. Very few people, I will say. And now you see, there have been 2, 3 occasions after 2019. Did you see any celebration in Jammu? Did you see anybody dancing on Jammu roads, celebrating the abrogation? Nobody. There was no celebration except handful of people belonging to Bharatiya Janata Party.
Sir, the irony is, it was the Dogra rulers in 1927 that got this act to the Jammu and Kashmir. The irony is, it was the people of Jammu who got us this special status. Now the irony is that it again the people of Jammu who celebrated the abrogation of Article 370 after 70 years. What actually changed in the last 70 years? Why did people of Jammu celebrated this thing, which they had got which they had given to the people themselves?
Let me tell you, a perception was built in Jammu, and this perception has been built by none other than Bharatiya Janata Party that everything has been taken by Kashmiris. There is discrimination with Jammu, there is discrimination in jobs, and to some extent, I am with this sentiment in Jammu. Yes, people of Jammu have been discriminated, definitely,
On what basis?
because Jammu tourism was never developed. Let me tell you, the funds for tourism were never given, and you see our tourist places.
But soon after the onset of militancy in Kashmir, most of the funds and the most of the development happened in the Jammu state, not in the Srinagar or in the Kashmir Valley.
It is only for few years. I will just say, if Jammu there is some development. People of Jammu feel it is only after this militancy or whatever may be the funds or some structures have come up in Jammu. But the perception in Jammu is that Jammu has been discriminated in
Whether
all.
right or wrong, but this perception still exists in
This
Jammu.
perception still exists, I must say, because people feel that not only in on development plan but in even recruitments also, the people of Jammu have been discriminated. Despite their merit has been converted into demerit. This is the perception, and that's why the Bharatiya Janata Party, their main plank has been in Jammu for getting into power is that there is discrimination with Jammu, and this the genesis of this discrimination is 370, and that's why this perception ultimately made Jammu people to feel that if 370 or 35A will go, there will be restoration of rule of law, and there will be.
Do you agree that people of Jammu were wrong on both the fronts, discrimination front and as far as the abrogation of special status is concerned?
Let me tell you one thing. So far as discrimination is concerned, I am with my Jammu, because
And as far as the second part is
second
concerned,
part with regard to,
you are with
second part means,
abrogation of special status.
yes, with regard to abrogation, I will say that the Jammu people were swayed with that sentiment of discrimination. But now, after
They have
this,
realized the mistake.
now the Jammu people have realized this mistake, and you see, there is no Darbar movie right now in Jammu. The economy of Jammu has badly affected. Let me tell you, the people of Jammu are crying. They are on roads. There are no employment avenues. You see, whatever selection list, whatever selection process is initiated, and after 2 months, 6 months, there is a report that there is a leakage of question paper. There are irregularities. No selection process has attained finality during the regime of our lieutenant governor. And you see, the outside players are coming in all the fields, maybe it mining, maybe it liquor business, and maybe other business. And now the people from Haryana, people from Delhi, people from UP, people from Gujarat, they are doing business here. And now the big malls are also coming, and that's why the
Which are creating problems for the people in Jammu.
Jammu, yes,
And
definitely.
Jammu is badly affected because of these changes in the laws.
Yes, definitely.
You said that Muslims of Jammu were not with the abrogation of the reading down of the special status. Do you now feel that Muslims in Jammu feel threatened because of the demography change?
Let me tell you one thing very clearly. The Muslims, when I say the Muslims of Jammu, I say majority of the Muslims of Jammu. Maybe there may be a section, those must be in favor.
But they do feel threatened.
Definitely, definitely, because let me,
Ji, yeah.
there are certain issues, because now there are certain groups in Jammu who are openly saying that there is a demographic change, who are openly saying that whole Jammu has been encircled by the Muslims. And when such statements are lofty statements are openly made in the media,
So
that and
obviously the Muslims do feel threatened.
do feel threatened. Why not? I have no hesitation in saying this. I say I am part of Jammu. I am born in Jammu, and I have to die in Jammu. I have repeatedly said. But the question is, there are certain groups here in Jammu who openly say, don't take milk from a Gujar, from a nomad. These are videos, these are records. Don't sell land to.
There are people who are against Muslims.
Yes, definitely, there are
And
groups.
provoking people against Muslims.
Yes, why not?
What are the imminent threats that the Muslims in Jammu are facing?
The biggest threat is the virus of hate which is being propagated in an institutionalized manner. अगर हिंदुओं का हनन हुआ तो खून बहेगा सड़कों में. Whenever there is some incident, we always condemn violence. We have always condemned terrorism. But when with Trishul, you take out a procession in the cities of Jammu, in the streets of Jammu, and you raise these slogans, अगर हिंदुओं का हनन हुआ तो खून बहेगा सड़कों पे. किसका खून बहाना चाहते हैं? Whose blood? This is my question to those fundamentalist organizations. We get terrorized by this. My people get terrorized by this. I don't have any hesitation in saying this.
And Muslims do fear all these things.
Why not? Please tell me, if Kashmiri Pandits in Kashmir, they say when there was a procession of 5 lakhs people, we get terrorists, we migrated. Same here, when such like provocative slogans, particularly in front of a Muslim locality, जो मांगेगा पाकिस्तान उसको मिलेगा कब्रिस्तान, why you raise these slogans in front of my locality? I'm not a Pakistani, I'm a born Indian and I'm proud Indian. But why you raise these slogans? When India wins a match, I also celebrate. But when you pass through my locality,
Why is this always with the Muslims that they have to show and they have to tell them that we are more Muslims than we are Indians.
This is a tragedy. This is the perception, because this hate politics, which is at its peak right now, and when you openly say, you say who is the militant? See what is the name of the militant? Why most of the militants are Muslims? When you openly make such statements, even a child, he comes to know that I think this is a different person. He's a different person. He's not Indian. We have to discourage this perception. But unfortunately, open voices in Jammu. And when I tell my people, when you say that demographic change, I tell them, see these census, old census. Muslims were 69%, 66% in 47 in Jammu province. Now we are 33%.
And nobody is talking about it.
Nobody is talking because my people, my leaders, they don't speak. They don't represent me.
Whom they do represent them.
They represent their constituency. They need cozy bungalows. They need PSOs. They need security. They want to keep the establishment happy.
So what's the way forward for the Muslims in Jammu?
Way forward only is we have to come out openly that we are Indians.
But why is it always with the Muslims that they have to prove their identity,
Please.
that they are the Muslims, they are the
Because
Indians?
question is, the blame is that we don't come out openly. This is the blame they are facing, the blot they are facing. And
But why a Muslim needs to come and openly say that he is an Indian?
because the propaganda is so high against us. Propaganda is so high against us that we have to come forward. We have to prove that we are nationalists, we are Indians. Although I need not to prove, I need not to show my credentials, but I am also entitled to those constitutional rights. The same constitution which is applicable to others, it is my constitution also. But the problem is that constantly, this blame is on us. And that's why I request my people that I tell people time and again that Jammu, Rehari is my graveyard.
Mr. Shakil, if we see after the abrogation, reading down of the special status of Jammu and Kashmir, there were three apprehensions. First of the demographic change, then of the land transfer, and finally of the jobs. And on all the three fronts, the government, the present political dispensation is going berserk with all the three things. Now there is this issue of land transfer. How do you view the protests that are going on all around Jammu as far as these?
Let me tell you one thing. I just recollect the speech made by the Honorable Home Minister of India in the Parliament. He said, we have two issues. That's why we want to control J&K from Delhi. One is there is corruption. Second, there is militancy. Now, I pose a question to myself only, that how much Government of India and LG administration has been able to contain corruption in J&K. All selection processes initiated after 2019, papers leaked, corruption. This has never happened earlier.
You are saying that it's backed by the administration, the leakage of the papers?
I say facts speak for themselves.
So it's done by the LG administration.
I say I don't blame LG administration, but question is who has done it? When they say that we are ruthlessly against and we are intolerant to corruption, then who is doing it? It means there may be certain hidden hands in the administration who are instrumental in it. And why the government is not able to curb it? Every selection list.
So they have failed on this front
They are-
after the reading down of the special status.
Special status. Now the second,
Militancy.
militancy. Please tell me, I don't talk of Kashmir, what is happening in Kashmir. Now the militancy,
has come to Jammu.
now has it come to Jammu.
So they have actually failed on both the fronts.
On both the fronts. Because whatever I'm stating, it is, I think, based on facts and record. Now, so far as the question of land is concerned, certain amendments have been made in the land laws. Now, a person coming from Delhi, a person coming from any part of the country, he can come here. But I pose again a question to myself. How many people have purchased land in Zevan? How many people have purchased land in Handwada? How many people have purchased? How many sale deeds have been executed with regard to the immovable property in Kashmir? The whole pressure is on
Jammu.
Jammu.
Yet and still the people of Jammu celebrated the reading down of the special status.
You are absolutely correct. But now the people are.
Have you people been fooled? The people of Jammu have you been fooled?
People of Jammu have been befooled. People of Jammu are on road after 5th August 2019. There is daily lathi charge on my sisters. There is daily lathi charge on my daily wagers in Jammu. Jammu city, which is called as a city of temples, now it is globally recognized
As city of protest.
as a city of protest. So this is the development, the vikas, which was promised on 5th August 2019. I think so many times, very expressly, I have been saying it. My question to my own Jammu people is that the celebrations for abrogation, why there is no celebration on 5th August 2020? 5th August, did you hear that there is a procession of 1 lakh people coming out in Jammu?
After on the first anniversary and the
Second anniversary
and subsequently on the third
how many
anniversary.
people celebrated? You please check the records. Except some press conference or a handful of people belonging to Bharatiya Janata Party, have you seen any celebration?
So now the people of Jammu, both the communities, the Hindu community as well as the Muslim community and also the other minorities, they have understood that the reading down of the special status was wrong.
Definitely. I think nowadays, I am telling you, you just see the interviews of the people belonging to Jammu trade. You please go and speak to a person at Gummat. You please speak to the people at Raghunath Bazaar. This winter season, whole Jammu hotels used to be packed. There used to be 100% occupancy. And one of the major source of Jammu's economy was the rental income from the Kashmiris coming here. The Darbar move implies their families. No, everything is missing. People are looking for customers.
And there are none.
And there are none. Our hotels, kindly see, check the occupancy at Patnita. There are 75 to 100 hotels. You please speak to any person. A person having 50 rooms, he will say, my 3 rooms are booked. My 7 rooms are booked. This is the
vikas that has come to
that
the
has
state of
come
Jammu
to
and
the
Kashmir.
state of Jammu and Kashmir. And with due regards, time and again, my businessmen, my small trader, they have openly spoken in Jammu कि जम्मू में दरबार क्यों नहीं आ रहा, जम्मू में दरबार क्यों बंद किया गया. They are suffering, they are in losses.
Mr. Shakil, I do hope that situation in Jammu improves. Pleasure talking to Reportage.
Thank you, sir.
Please subscribe to our channel Reportage and press the bell icon to remain updated.